Hey friends, Jamie here. So if you work in tech, if you work in UX design, then this video is for you because I'm going to talk about the impact AI has on our jobs. Is it going to make our jobs go away? Are we done? Do we need to completely switch careers? Let's talk about it. So I still work full time as a UX designer, and I can tell you it's been about a year and a half since we've really started seeing AI really invade our lives, right? This is when everyone had access to ChatGPT. We started fiddling around with prompts, and all of a sudden, all these AI agents start coming out of nowhere, right? AI for everything, AI for image generation, AI for voice recognition, AI for voice reading incredibly perfect voices out of a script, right? How is that affecting the UX job? Are we at risk? I would say I previously made a video where I thought I don't think the risk is that bad, but I do believe now the risk is pretty severe if you look at UX through a particular lens or you do your UX job in this way. What am I talking about? So if you're a person who thinks a UX job is getting really good at Figma, someone gives you an idea for an app, like a fitness app, and you get out your pencil and paper and you sketch all these really fun ideas, and then you get with your other UX designers and they check, that could work, that could work. You put everything together, then you have your final sketch, then you go into Figma and you are very proud of yourself because you mastered auto layout and all this tokens and all this stuff. If you think that is the UX job, then you are greatly at risk. And I don't think there'll be many jobs for you or like that in the future. Why? Because AI is extremely good at, let's just call them the manual tasks, right? We're already seeing, and this stuff is in its infancy right now, prompt interfaces that will draw out these prototypes for you. I mean, they're good. I've tried Lovable. I've tried Figma Make. I've even asked Claude and ChatGPT and Microsoft Copilot to draw me up a prototype after I give it the right things to do. And it kicks it out pretty good. And guess what? It gives you the code too. I mean, this is nuts. So you've probably already fiddled around with Midjourney or something like that. You say, create for me a 35 millimeter quality photo of a snowy owl flying across a mountain lake. And there it is, this most beautiful thing that it would take you who knows how long to go out and buy the equipment, teach yourself, get the just the right moment just to get a snowy owl to fly across the lake to replicate that. It ain't no different with prototypes, friends. You're already today able to write a prompt, create me a fitness app that tracks calories, that monitors weight loss, all the things you think it needs to do. And it's already drawing it for you. And it's only been a couple of years. Give it 5 years, there will be no manual prototype drawing out, in my opinion. It's done, it's dead. So if you think that is the job and that's what you like to do, you better have a reset, because I would tell you that you're at extreme risk. If you're already employed, it's just a matter of time before the companies figure out AI can do that and they don't need you to do it. Or if you're trying to get into this field, you better think differently, because that is going to go away. Another big aspect that AI is just decimating, and I see this all the time, if you are a UX researcher, right? So, what is this job traditionally? This is where you interview people and you look all thoughtfully. I don't think that's going away. AI ain't interviewing anybody anytime soon. But then you have all these transcripts, right? You have all these recordings. Then you have to listen to the recording. Then you have to get out your sticky notes and write down all these little notes. And then you cluster them all together in affinity mapping. Oh, this theme and this theme and that theme. Then you sit back and you think thoughtfully about that. Then you create a recommendation for your report from those sticky notes. And then you look for that oh so special representative quote of this one thing that you're going to put on in your report. And then you get in there and you manually create some clunky PowerPoint presentation for your project owner, or use Figma or whatever. That's all going away too. Now, I've done a lot of usability studies in my career, maybe 300, I don't know. I do them all the time, like almost every 2 week sprint. I throw something up on usertesting.com and I have people usability test it. And then you have these transcripts. So usertesting.com is already synthesizing that for you. It's already has a whole tab where you say generate synthesis or something like that. And it gives you this many contributors said this many contributors said this, here's a certain themes, blah, 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 blah. I've double checked its work and it's very good. I mean, there's a few things where I would disagree with it as a human, but even if that's true, is it worth my time to manually do all this just to make sure that 10% or 50% is absolutely accurate, or am I just going to click a button and have it done for me? You best believe I'm going to save 20 hours of synthesis work by using that tool, even if it's not 100% perfect. So point two, if you think this job is all that little manual labor, putting post-it notes together, synthesizing things, making manual reports, making representative quotes, that's the research side. On the design side, if you think this job is just getting really good at Figma, let's just say you have a graphic design background, you were really good at Illustrator in the day, so it didn't take you very long to learn Figma. If you think that that job is getting into Figma and drawing frames and drawing spaghetti noodles and making cute animations, you're also going to be replaced because AI can do that too. So what is left? And I have to tell you, I see this every day. I'm on a team of UX designers, and it seems like so many of them just don't really get what the job is. The job is and will always be human-centered design. What does that mean? You go out into the world and you find the struggle. You see things that people need solved, that there's not a very good solution for, or you can come up with a solution that's better than existing solutions, and they're willing to pay for it. Those three things have to happen if you're going to have what generally our industry serves as UX designers, a $1 million, billion-dollar app, right? Spotify, Uber. I could go down the list of all the people that have done that right. That's the job, okay? The job isn't manual production work. And I see a lot of people who think that's what the job is. They're very good at Figma. Good for you. You can make really neat animations. But when I start talking about real human-centered design theory, it's all lost on them. Or researchers who show these big, beautiful mural boards of journey maps they did with all the stickies, da 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 da. But what are we supposed to do with that thing? How is that thing there to help us as an organization identify opportunities, identify products that could go solve those needs in such a way that we can grow as a company and we can become profitable? Those researchers, they don't get that part. They think the job is interview people, cluster up your sticky notes, make some sort of big artifact or journey map, and then go on to the next thing. All the stuff's going to be done for you. So what's left? This is just what I see right now as of the date of this video. Let's just say what AI can't do. AI cannot go to meetings for you, right? So you're probably going to be on a project team if you're a UX designer. You can't just join the meeting as ChatGPT or Claude. Someone has to be in there representing the human-centered design experience. You can have developers who couldn't care less about that. They're just like, give me something to code. You're going to have project managers who probably have some big grandiose vision, which is only semi-realistic. And your job is to advise the product owner or manager about the human-centered way to accomplish what you're trying to do. And maybe it's say, look, you're barking up the wrong tree. We shouldn't even do it that way. You're a trusted advisor. That trusted advisor part is not going to go away. You will be more like someone who must hone the skills of communication, truly understanding what helps people, okay? Truly understanding product market fit, truly understanding how much effort it takes to create something you're proposing, truly connecting entire journeys from, let's just say, the journey of getting a home loan, for example. That starts with someone recognizing they have a need that they need to buy a house, then searching for homes, then getting real estate agents, then getting pre-qualified, then getting a loan, then moving in, the whole thing. Okay. And then maybe along the way, there is some prototype design that can be made. But what I'm seeing is we ain't too far from someone understanding the whole journey. And then when they get to the point where, like, okay, they need a digital app on their phone to do just this one part of the whole journey, boom, you go into some prototyping tool like Wizard, Figma Make, Lovable, and you type in what it needs to be done and it makes it for you. Okay. And then same with the research, you just have AI do that stuff for you. So you are now more of an orchestra conductor instead of playing individual uh, instruments and being like the best violinist in the orchestra. It doesn't matter anymore. So I would say if you're a person who thinks the job of UX design is these medial tasks, you're at great risk of having your job disappear. You're at great risk of not getting hired. That way UX is done today is going to be gone in about 5 years. But if you're more of a strategic person who can understand the entire experience from beginning to end, and then be able to propose what to do and when, almost like a general versus a soldier, right? So a general pushes the ships on the map with their big stick like you see in the movies, and then they move whole divisions, right? But a soldier only focuses on how well can I fire this weapon, how well can I clean this weapon, etc. You've got to think more strategically. You have to come out from the medial task, production work mindset if you're going to survive in this business. So that is one man's humble opinion on how I see the impact on UX today, how to survive and thrive in UX, and how to stop doing what you're doing now, which is going to put you at great risk of either being laid off, eliminated, or never working in this field in the first place. So to put a bow on it, here's the skills I would recommend you hone. 1, thinking end-to-end experiences. Double down on your knowledge of journey maps and understanding all the touch points between an entire journey. 2, focus on your communication skills and your alignment skills because you're still going to be working on teams. Like I said, ChatGPT can't join meetings. You can't be some little mousy introverted person who's just not contributing. You have to lead, and lead. Number 3, think about product market fit for everything you make. You're not just going to be paid to make prototypes because you think it's fun anymore. You have to think about how is this artifact that I'm designing, where's its place in society? Does it have a chance to solve a real problem and outperform existing solutions to the degree people are going to download it and pay for it? You have to think about that a lot, okay? And 4, don't think of AI as the enemy, even though it kind of is, but think of how you can constantly use it in everything you do. Like, here's a trick that I do. So every time I'm start a new project, right, it could just be a whole feature of something. I go into Microsoft Copilot and I start getting its brain going on what we're doing. Hello, I am working on a project that aims to do X, Y, and Z. We're trying to solve the problem of this. What should I do to proceed forward with this project? Or sometimes I tell it, act as my master UX design person and mentor me. That way it is always reviewing your work. And I have these big long threads. And by the time you get towards the middle or the bottom of the thread, it already knows everything you're trying to do. It knows all the features you propose, you've tried. It knows all your trial and error. It's seen your sketches. It's seen whatever you're feeding it. And it gets really good towards the end at helping you make a great output. It helps you, because it has that knowledge, it advises you. It can advise you on how to make a great presentation deck to even like a vice president. It can advise you on what very specific flows should be, like a checkout flow. It it's very good at all that. So lean into AI and use it and get faster and get better. If you do those things, both in your existing job, I think you're going to be safer, much more safer than someone who just thinks it's production work. Or if you're still trying to get into the business, I would pivot what you're doing into think more of those things. But one thing that still is always going to help you get into this field is if you just have a rock star visually looking portfolio. Now, I used to think differently. I used to think that if you just have the fundamentals and you show the research and you show your human-centered design theory and you show that you're solving a problem, blah, 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 that people interviewing you will get it and go, oh, this person really understands the fundamentals. This is great. Well, I don't think that's true anymore. I recently interviewed for a very big company, a FANG, and one thing they said was, of all the things I'm good at, like I have a master's degree in this field and I have a certification from Nielsen Norman Group, which is almost considered two masters, and I have over 10 years experience. The one thing they got me on was not enough visual polish in my prototype. And I'm thinking, well, who cares? Because that's all going to be AI generated in 3 years anyway. But that's one thing they got me on. So whatever you do, make sure that everything looks fantastic in your portfolio, because it's always and forever will have a big impact on whether they want to hire you or not. So hopefully this was helpful to you all. I really want to see everybody succeed, specifically succeed in the UX and tech job world. And give me a comment if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, and I'm going to do another one like this periodically so we can truly see the degree that AI is either helping or eroding our jobs. Okay, thank you. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, and I'll talk to you later.